American architect Frank Lloyd Wright once said, "Turn the world over on its side and everything loose will land in Los Angeles." In celebration of the 2026 Genesis Invitational, I'm going to show you a side of the city outside the gates of the Riviera Country Club. My friend Matt is flying in from Phoenix.
Long time no see, baby.
He has a really special connection to the city. We're going to visit a few spots and meet up with some friends. I'm Thomas Reiten, and this is Tour Stops. First up, the Douglas, a bar in Echo Park that's walking distance to Dodger Stadium. Co-owners Johnny and Dave opened their doors 6 years ago, and like Matt and I, they are a couple of golf sickos.
Gentlemen, Thomas Reiten.
How's it going? Matt Kang. It's a dope spot, man.
Thanks, man.
He obviously said, yo, we gotta go to the Douglas.
We're trying to figure out where we're playing Thursday right now.
That's the priorities, right? You get that locked in, then everything else moves.
Then everything just shifts into place.
It's so weird when people come in here and they look at all the scorecards and they're like, well, who plays golf?
That's the baseball first thing I noticed.
Yeah.
That's like a LACC clubhouse from like their member guest tournament, that Grand Slam champions. There's one on the other side of that booth that says 90-degree rule. You see people like trying to sit there and they don't know how to turn around because they're seeing 90-degree. Like, no, it's not that. For a lot of people, it's funny. We feel like we serve two different total purposes. Like one is like your Dodger people and they say goodbye at the end of the season and they freak out at the beginning. It's my first time here this season, you know, and then you have your locals. We got 60 beers at any time. Majority of that is all LA. I think we were both raised old school in the business too. We like to offer a product where you don't feel like you're gonna get taken advantage of. And then we try to put a smile on people's face and be kind. And those kind of small things, yeah, it works for a place like this.
The guys deliver a really unique product with their bar. The Douglas isn't trying to be something it's not, and that's what makes it special. When I chatted with Matt about this project, he told me we have to go to Sapp for lunch.
Sapp Coffee House, a classic staple in LA. If you don't know about this and you like Thai food, this is the one.
When I lived in Southeast Asia, I ate like this every single day. It made me so happy and made me really fall in love with like Southeast Asian cuisine. This is what LA gives you that I don't know if any other city in America can give you other than New York, is original food from the homeland.
The food at Sapp is so delicious and simple. These folks really put their heart and soul into their restaurant, and I had to pick up some merch for the team.
Yo, you already know this means something to me. I didn't know they had buckets. Thank you.
These things mean something to the people that work here, you know, and their history. And being authentic in your food and the way you speak is like what the city represents. And these hats slap.
Up next is Market, a streetwear brand that's been around for a long time. They make everything from hats and shirts to shoes and crystal basketballs, and they've collaborated with some of the biggest brands in the world.
We're gonna go see my boy Mike. Super creative guy, and anytime you can get into a studio with him, man, you embrace it. Today we get to document it finally.
This was our first collab with Crocs. We did the fully AstroTurf covered joints. This is before Nike, before any of the other brands you've seen do a lot of that. Sometimes this is a stark reminder of me needing to maybe not hoard as much in my life.
Yo, you're a big part of LA, you're a big part of streetwear culture globally.
Thank you, man. I mean, I think ultimately we're all just people who make t-shirts at the end of the day, and I'm lucky to be here, you know? But I think that a lot of us get, it's easy to get lost in the sauce, you know? And so ultimately it's just been trying to get back to just having fun with it at the core. And, you know, I think you can relate to that from golf as a sport perspective, golf as like an actual industry, and it's the reason why everyone's so attracted to the sport is purely the joy that we all feel from being outside, connecting with people. Yeah, I've been here for 10 years, and so I think it's not about continuing to be like, how do I bring back the OG, you know, kind of energy, but how do you do it in a new way? And so I think, yeah, it's been an interesting challenge now being at 35 and, you know, not wearing as many graphic t-shirts, not being the streetwear kid I maybe was back in the day, but now trying to evolve and kind of reapproach it in a new perspective has been huge. Really, in reality, your value is on the relationships you've fostered, the people that you've become friends with, and, you know, the continued investment you make into all their lives.
We're 3 for 3 today. All 3 people we've met have talked about how they're not just doing this for like a monetized dollar or for popularity. They're doing this because they genuinely love it. And this is a city that is possible to make it happen. And I think there's no other city that's like that, that gives you the opportunity to do something that you love, turn it into a business, and have millions of people connect.
Rancho Park Golf Course opened in July of 1949. This William P. Bell and William H. Johnson design hosted the LA Open numerous times between 1956 and 1972, with a final hosting in 1983. Tonight, Matt and I are hosting a range meetup with our LA family.
What up?
The dads are out.
All the dads are here.
LA golf scene is super tight-knit, even though everybody's kind of spread out.
LA's special to me, like I told you, like my passion for Riviera is what brought me back to the game of golf. And whenever I started doing these range events, the city that I focused on the most was LA.
As a kid from LA, the LA Open, or the Genesis as it is now called, is always going to hold a special place in my heart.
It's more about the legacy. You think about the people that have won at Riv, like you think about Ben Hogan and Jack Nicklaus. Southern California is really well represented on the tour, so I like that Tiger brings everybody home. Guys like Colin, guys like Max, Patrick's from Long Beach.
Tiger often gives a Charlie Sifford exemption for Genesis, and that's based on Charlie Sifford winning the LA Open here in the city. It was his second PGA Tour event, and so it's always a big deal for me to be at Genesis and to see what happens here at the LA Open.
Real quick, we're not wrapping it up, but I want to thank everyone that came out. It's so cool to see different guys that have come out over the years at Matt's events. Appreciate you guys. Thanks for being a part of it and for showing up. It means a lot.
LA is massive, and what I love about golf here is that it makes the city feel a little smaller. The friends I've made over the years through this game are such a gift. And for a handful of days each year, we get to come together at the Genesis Invitational, one of the greatest traditions in our city.